Hey, what's going on? It's Jon Does, number 107. That's insane. I've done so many of these. Are you guys tired of this yet? I don't think I am. I'm going to keep going. As long as I can. And maybe... And maybe one of these days, I'll keep going a little more. Anyways, what am I talking about? I have no idea. Welcome to Jon Does, episode 107. I like doing these full screen episodes now. I'm kind of feeling these a little bit more. But before we get into too many things, this lower third here that I like to pop up, don't forget to check out wilddinosaur.com. If you like what I do here, if you're a fan of the channel, if you're a fan of my art, the live streams, my music, anything at all, feel free to check out wilddinosaur.com. I keep a lot of stuff there, kind of all condensed in one place. There is an online store where you can get some of my art printed on various products, t-shirts, sweatshirts, tote bags. I happen to have one of these tote bags right here, actually. Here's one of them. This is one of my pieces. These are really good tote bags. I always say this every time, but I have a couple of these that I've purchased for myself or keep in my car for going to the store. You know, sometimes you need to keep a bag with you when you go to the store. I don't use plastic bags anymore. I don't think we can without paying for them. Anyways, check out wilddinosaur.com. There's all kinds of good stuff there. And it really helps if you buy something. It really helps keep this channel going. That's why I'm always like, what's going on? You know, what's up? And actually, let's get into a little bit of stuff. I'll take this lower third down for now. Oh yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well too. What do I have? I have some notes that I wanted to start off the show with. So what's going on with Jon Does? Jon Does is it's happening. It's happening right now, actually. But I'm gonna for the time being only do the 2 days a week. I think I'm only gonna do Wednesdays and Fridays right now. I have so many projects I'd really like to get finished, and also I'm in the market for work, and I don't know what that looks like. If it means doing contract jobs or if it means getting a 9-to-5 type deal, I don't know. I've been keeping my eye out for various things. I've applied for some stuff. I didn't get some stuff, which is a bummer. But all I can do in this life, in this mortal husk, in this meat sack of mine. That's a good song title. Meat sack of mine. This meat sack of mine. All I can do is make stuff. And, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just keep making art in all formats that I can. Got some music videos, planning some more videos. I'd like to help other people with their projects, get involved in some other projects. So, that's just kind of where I'm at right now. Wednesdays and Fridays, I think, are going to be my days, to stream. And it was really nice. Again, we're not done with it yet, but, the 90s nostalgia thing with Ryan, which thanks for all the help there, Ryan. Applause for Ryan. Those are really great, and we are going to talk about a season 2 of it at some point. But yeah, just right now for myself and to make sure I can get everything I want done, and I use this platform to premiere stuff as well too. So this Friday you're gonna have a normal Friday show that we've been having where Pat might be on. I'm not sure. We're just gonna have fun and hang out. We're not gonna do so much. Cutting back a little bit on the Marvel talk. I'll talk about it every once in a while. I still enjoy the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I don't need to focus on it so much. I do like to have fun on these streams, especially like have people on like Ryan or Pat, or like we had Jay on a handful of weeks ago. What was that, like a month or so ago? Maybe 2 months ago. No, it wasn't that long ago. And I've been doing all kinds of other stuff too. Like there are those live music edits that I've made where me and my friends will play music, record it, and then I chop it down into little songs and make videos out of all the live stuff. So it's just there's editing involved in those, but those are all like when you hear it recorded, those are all one take video too. It's not like we retake videos so much at all for any of that stuff. So those are all like, it is the live recordings you're hearing and seeing, but they are just chopped down and edited a little bit for a better consumable product. And I have more of those. There's 2 of them. I just got the songs edited, so I'll start on the videos here probably this week. Man, I have a list of so much stuff. I have a whiteboard over here, and then I have this like notepad here, some different stuff. Yeah, those are there. I'm trying to re-record some vocals in the next week. I've had some time and space to be able to do some projects this week and until next week. So I'm trying to re-record some vocals for Wild Dinosaur music, because it's been a minute since I put some stuff out. I did those last 2 singles, the Smell the Rain and I Have No Friends on This Planet, which those were great projects. A lot of work went into both of those. The No Friends on This Planet one especially, I think I re-recorded that song like 7 or 8 times, something like that. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that I have planned that I'm trying to get done. And then I'd like to put it out for you guys this year. I'd like to have more new and fresh products for you guys instead of just the same old stuff I've been pushing for the last year and a half. Look, it's not easy being a creative person and making stuff. It takes time to make stuff. So, yeah, that's why it's taken me a while to get through some of this stuff, but we are starting to get through some of it. Finally, Nu Pantz 1 came out in, what was that, 2019, I think. So it's been 4 years, and I remember like 6 months or so after we put that out, I was like, I'm ready to talk about there's going to be a new Nu Pantz. All of that has changed, all of it. Literally every song that I had in mind for the original sequel to Nu Pantz 2, all of it was tossed. All of it, I think, except for one song maybe. And yeah, so Nu Pantz 2 is finally coming out next Wednesday. Well, actually it's Tuesday. It will be live on all the streaming services on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a live stream. Pat's going to race home from work to be here for this. But on Wednesday, the day after the Nu Pantz release, we're going to do a listening party here on the stream. So we'll play all the tracks. There's 4 tracks. It's the EP is like 20 minutes, 23 minutes or something like that. I forget. It's not terribly long, but we'll go through a couple of tracks, and I'm going to announce this now too. This is a little special, something that I didn't even foresee happening. There is a music video. There is a music video for one of the tracks. And so we will be premiering that as well. And I got some other stuff in store. So stay tuned for all of that. there's really only one more episode until next Wednesday. There's the Friday episode and then Wednesday. So stay tuned on Friday. I'll have some more updates on some things for you guys. And then Wednesday. Ooh. Excuse me. Forgive me. You guys aren't boring me. I'm boring me. I'm just kidding. So come back on Friday, find out some updates for what's going on next week, because next week is a big week for Nu Pantz. It is coming out on the 28th, which is Tuesday, February 28th, 2023. And then on March 1st, 2023, on this channel, right here on this channel, I will be live streaming a listening party for y'all here. Pat and I are going to be hanging out and playing the Nu Pantz record for y'all, and premiering a music video. Again, there might be a couple other little things to throw in there, but that's what we have in the immediate future. And again, like I said, I have a bunch of other things I'm working on. I have 2 records that I'm working on for Wild Dinosaur. And my goal is to get, one of them is a full length and one of them is an EP. My goal is to get the EP out this year, in the first half of this year. We'll see how that goes. And I want to do a music video for one of the songs on there. Sorry, I'm just looking at my whiteboard thinking about all this stuff. I do have a music video that I want to do for one of the songs. So hopefully I have some really good quality stuff coming out for you guys post Nu Pantz too. Just so you know that I'm active. Also, Pat's going to be active too. Just because Nu Pantz is ending does not mean that we are not making music. It has nothing to do with like we're mad at each other or anything like that. We're just tired of the Nu Pantz name and want to move, evolve into something new. So I don't know. We'll figure out a new project at some point. But Pat has stuff that I'm helping him with too. He's got a little EP that it'll be his first solo released thing. And I'm actually really hoping that he gets that out before I get my EP out. We'll see what happens, but there's going to be a battle of the EPs at some point. But anyways, what else do I have? What other check-ins do I have for you guys other than buy my merch? Because I really need it. I really need it. I'm getting close. I've taken the last quarter off of school. I might take one more. There's a couple of reasons I'm pushing some of my certificate program back a little bit, and one of the big reasons that I have is I went through a writing class my last quarter that I did stuff, and I did a writing class, and our final for the certificate program is you have to put out a 10 to 15 minute short film, credits included, and I had an idea for something that I've had for a long time, and I wanted to shoot that one, but it's as I went through the writing class, my idea was not thin for a short film, a little overcrowded and expensive. So I'm really rethinking. It's not that I'm rethinking. I have rethought the idea to do the original one that I wanted to do, which is it's a Western. I wanted to do a Western, and it's a good one. And if I can, once I'm done with the certificate program, it might be something that if I can get together, it might be one of those types of projects that I would like to actually pitch to somebody, some bigger company, or get funding to shoot it of some sort. So yeah, anyways, those are some of the things that I'm doing. Oh yeah, I said I was taking school off right now. I only have 3 classes left. I have 5 years to complete this program, and I did the majority of it in under a year, so I have plenty of time. My focus is to try to make a little bit more money right now. But yeah, the 3 classes I have left, one of them I'm kind of dreading, I'll be honest, but the other 2 are workshop classes, and then the second workshop class is the final class of the whole certificate. That's the making the short film class that I got to take. But yeah, so I'm taking some time off of off my certificate program. 1, because I can totally do that, and 2, because I want to rethink my final project. I want it to be something that is well thought out, well written, and cheap. Making films is not an easy thing, and honestly, a lot of people are like, why does it cost so much to make movies? Well, people cost money. To get let's say, you don't want to skimp on audio in making a film. I happen to be an audio person myself, but if I'm directing, I want somebody else doing audio. An audio person usually comes with their own gear, and if you're doing, I don't know, you can definitely find friends and people that are looking for experience on sets and stuff like that for cheap. But let's say you want somebody who knows what they're doing and has decent equipment, you're looking at $1,500 a day, maybe. So it's not super cheap. And that's just for the audio person, So I happen to have some gear that I would use to shoot myself. So there's maybe some cost cutting I can do in regards to the short film I'm going to end up making. Which honestly, I've been doing so many little projects and kind of reorganizing my business, which is wilddinosaur.com, that I haven't really thought about it much, and I really need to take a moment to think about this, because there's not really a story that sticks out. The stories that I've been interested in telling in film, they cost money. They're either westerns or like science fiction stuff, which sure, I have a couple of green screens and I have some lights and stuff like that, and I can do all that stuff, but still, you got to build some sets and stuff like that. So it can get a little bit expensive, even props and costumes and things like that. So I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards like a comedy of some sort. Again, I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what the storyline is. Maybe it's a buddy comedy. Maybe, I don't know. 3 characters is always good conflict in a script. It's a fine triangle of conflict. You have 3 people. Each one of them wants something different, or 2 of them want something similar, and one person is the antagonist, things like that. So yeah, it's just finding a good story that I want to tell that's funny, and finding some good actors. I have a couple of friends that are actors. Some of them are doing quite well, and I would love to talk to them about doing some projects in the future, but I don't want to ask for too many favors right now, yeah, there's some people I have some friends that I'd really love to work with, in all kinds of facets. I have a friend I was just talking to who's a prop maker, which might be, which is cool. Might be, man. He was showing me some clips of he was making some batarangs, and they look sharp. They were like actual batarangs. He was throwing them and sticking into wood and stuff. It was pretty awesome. Some other friends that are actors and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think one day I'm gonna have to one day in the near future I'm gonna have to start reaching out to more people and just seeing what they're up to. Do they need help? Do they need help with anything? I got some cameras. I got some audio gear. I can edit. I'm actually not bad at editing, I think. You know, my friends usually compliment my editing techniques, but I've been editing for a while. I've been editing video for about a decade, I would say. I've in a lot more like professional, but not necessarily like I haven't edited films. Like there's certain things I haven't done. Like I don't use Avid to edit. If you're familiar with editing software, I've used a bunch of stuff. I currently use Premiere. I kind of wanted to switch to DaVinci Resolve, which I have a copy of. I used Final Cut in the past for work. And, you know, I've used like elemental versions of Premiere and iMovie for a little bit, stuff like that. But so yeah, I know some software. I know how to edit a bit. I could always be better, but I think that's when you're a creative person, you're always thinking that I could always be doing better. I could always be making better stuff. That's why to me art is always a progression. I look at my music because I've produced like, let's see, hold on, let me pull up my iTunes, which is where I keep all my stuff. Come on, open up iTunes. My computer's struggling. I have produced, let's see, well, Wild Dinosaur records. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've produced 9. I have like 2 more in the works, and then there's the stuff I've done with Ryan and some other friends, and then the Nu Pantz stuff with Pat. So probably got about 15 or 16 under the belt that I produced, and each one gets better. Yeah, I mean, anything that I have out there on Spotify, like you can listen to it, and it's a progression of like the quality progressing. That's what progression means, dumbass. Yeah, you can hear the progression in quality as time goes on those things. So to me, like, finishing a record means a lot of things, and one of those things is it's a scrapbook. You know, I can look back at some of my previous records and think like I have some stuff out there with like ex-girlfriends and stuff like that, and I don't know. It's interesting. They're time capsules. Was it? Not that one. It was Animals on My Face. Yeah, that one I think is on Bandcamp. No, I might have taken it down actually. I did some editorial work with what Wild Dinosaur had up for a while. I might have taken down a majority of stuff. A lot of stuff used to be on SoundCloud, because I used SoundCloud for a long time, and then SoundCloud, I'm sure I've heard it's doing better as a company, but there was a hot minute there when SoundCloud was just making some really bad mistakes, and I had a hard time wanting to support them as a company. Like they were like hiring people from other countries to like come work for them, and then like they would get fired after like a month or something like that. You know, it was like some crazy stuff going on behind the scenes. And I think was it like, I forget, somebody big like bought SoundCloud, I think, or is like one of the big investors. I don't remember. So yeah, I like to use my music as for me. I sometimes enjoy listening to my old music, but for the most part, it's like my scrapbook, and in a weird way, they're my children that I don't talk to anymore. No, I mean, like, there's been conversations in the last like 5 years in my life, I think, about conversation around what legacy means. And I don't know if I'm getting older, you know. I'm no spring chicken anymore. I'm more of like a seasoned rooster. Something. Never mind. So I'm getting older, and I don't know if I'm gonna have kids or anything, but my art is you know, part of my legacy. What are you doing, cat? Stay away from my guitar pedals. No, not right now. Now's not the time for this. Please stop eating my wires. Anyways, oof. Am I sliding? Yeah, no, it's the camera again. It does this every time it like puts itself to sleep. It shifts the camera. Tighten it up a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't mean to turn this into a whole Jon contemplating his like life or anything like that. Yeah. I'm gonna do. Oh wait, no. There's a couple more things I wanted to talk about. I did mention this, but there are more live music edits coming soon-ish. I have two that I have been kind of neglecting for a couple weeks. When Jay was here, we were able to do some stuff, and we'll see how those turn out. The audio sounds pretty good, and I was able to cut the songs into something that's pretty good. Cut them down quite a bit. I just, the video footage is kind of weird. I didn't have the best angles, and some of the lighting's weird. So I don't know. We'll see how those look. But there's a possibility, and I gotta talk to Pat about this. But there's a possibility that maybe this weekend or something, or between now and next like Monday, there's a possibility of maybe recording a couple more. So I'd have a couple more. I should do some solo ones too. There's the first one I put up was a version of a song I did that I've redone many times, called Missing Pictures, and or Tin Cans. There's a couple versions. Yeah, and that one has that one did pretty well. And it was just drum machine, bass loop, and guitar, I think, is what it was. So maybe I'll do a couple more, and maybe get Pat involved with one or two of them, and then maybe try to pull one or two off myself too. So guys, look, there's a lot of stuff coming from Wild Dinosaur and Nu Pantz. From John Burkhart Media Productions, from Wild Dinosaur Productions. I don't know what I am yet. I've got all these business titles that I've kind of come up with. But anyways, are you guys excited about it? There's a couple people passively watching. If you're around, no need to drop everything you're doing. But if you're out there, you excited about any of the stuff I got going on? There's all kinds of music videos, Do you think I should quit doing this? Do you think I should just stream full time? Should I start an OnlyFans? I always joke about the OnlyFans. It's an easy one to go to. And it's not to put down OnlyFans models, because you know what? I'm pro sex work. I'm anti human trafficking. That's actually one of the reasons why I think OnlyFans is a semi-decent platform, is because it gives women, or not just women, but it gives people the opportunity to do that, do whatever they want on their stream and have control over it. You know, you don't necessarily need a middleman. Literally, you don't need a middleman. You can go solo if you want. Anyways, pro OnlyFans. That's all I'm going to say. I just don't have a page myself. A performer page is what I should say. All right, let's do a break. Oh yeah, shoot. So there's a lot of stuff coming out next week here on the channel, and I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to talk about it much, but because Wednesday we're doing our listening party, but Wednesday is also the same day that Mandalorian season 3, the first episode's dropping, and I definitely want to talk about it a little bit. I don't know. I've been feeling this way lately about my media consumption, is that I don't necessarily know that I'm interested in having a lot of super in-depth conversations about things. Like Ant-Man, I think was a good point of this. And I know I did a whole episode on it. I'm fully aware I did a full episode on Ant-Man 3. But what I didn't want to do with that episode was get into like arguments or like talk about how like the Rotten Tomatoes score is the worst since Eternals. Who cares? That Rotten Tomatoes score is only critics scores. The audience score is at like an 87% or something like that. I don't know, like the conversation around like, is this the end of Marvel because they had like an okay movie, which I really liked. I thought this was really fun. It's my second favorite Ant-Man movie, after the first one, and I even might like this a little bit more because they did some really fun, weird stuff. But what I didn't want to do is get into a bunch of conversations about like, was this the end of Marvel? No, it's not the end of Marvel. Get over it. Like, Marvel has stumbled a little bit, but they will correct themselves. Sure, will we get an end to Marvel movies at some point? Maybe. I don't know. But you know what's not happening right now? Especially because they bought, like, Fox. It's definitely not ending now when you have the Fantastic Four and X-Men and stuff to bring in. But this isn't the conversation I want to have. I want to just talk about, like, hey, this was a really chill movie. I mean, it's not chill. There's a bunch of emotional weight. Some stuff doesn't work for some people. Some it does. Fine, whatever. But I don't really want to have these conversations so much about like over analyzing what they could, what they should have done or anything like that. Like, I'm really just into the idea of, if I have these conversations, it's more just like what I did like about it, not like what they should have done or whatever, because these are comic book movies. Are you kidding me? There's a billion choices that you could make for any one specific scene, character, prop, whatever. Like, Easter eggs are a business on YouTube just within comic book movies. Like, I'm not criticizing any of the other YouTube channels. Like, I love Screen Crush, but they do stuff like, here's all the Easter eggs from this video. It's like, sometimes I just don't care. I don't care about Easter eggs all that often, especially when it's like, well, here's some armor that was in the background episode of this one TV show that was mentioned in one book like 20 years ago. Does that mean this character's coming in? No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that character's coming. Maybe there's a possibility, but just, can we look at the things that are right in front of us? Sometimes you just have to look at things that are right in front of us and enjoy what is there, or just move on. you know? I don't want to harp on all this stuff. But unfortunately for me, the Ant-Man conversation did turn more into the larger picture about Marvel instead of just like what I thought the movie was. And I do those movie reviews the day the movies come out. So like I'll go see an early showing of it and then come back and stream. And so I don't like to do spoilers. I want people to come in and see a live non-spoiler review for a movie, just to even get a litmus test of like, all right, this guy's not like, I'm not a Rotten Tomatoes movie reviewer. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm not somebody that spends my time trying to be the next Siskel and Ebert. I'm not that thought-provoking of a movie watcher. I enjoy stuff. Stuff works for me. Sometimes it doesn't. But also, like, I don't need to sit and just, like, harp on things that aren't working for me. I move on. That's the type of person I am. Something's not working, you move on. You fix the problem, or you just go around it, you know? This is simple. Just simple solutions. You know, people are saying the Marvel Cinematic Universe is dying. That's fine. They can say that if they want. They're definitely wrong. It's a multi-billion-dollar franchises. That's, you know, I don't know. There's some bad movies through the first couple of phases, and it's no different now. They just have to, you know, it's a business. Oh my God, I'm going off on this tangent that I told you I didn't want to go off on. So I'm not going to. You know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to go to a quick commercial break, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about a movie trailer. I'm not doing graphics. I'm liking these full screens right now. If there's chat, the chat will pop up here on the left side of the screen. But I'm not doing graphics. But I have a movie I want to talk about. I saw the trailer yesterday, and I don't think many people have heard about this movie. Maybe not. We'll find out. But let's do a commercial break, and we'll see you guys on the other side of the commercial break. We'll talk about it.
I'm Richard from Richard's Pet Wedding Facilities, and I give these stickers away at every pet wedding. The kids love them too. This bag from, what's his name? Wild Dinosaur? Weren't they all wild? What an oxymoron. Anyways, I like to put my special things in this bag. Plus, I'm pretty sure this is my spirit animal.
Life gave me lemons, so I sold them for this sweet baseball tee. All right, I am back. One more time, pop this up. Don't forget to check out wilddinosaur.com. It's the only place to really support this channel. Buying my merch is the best way to support in bulk. You can subscribe to the channel. It really helps getting view counts and subscriptions. So like and subscribe, share the video, do all that fun stuff too. But also Spotify, listen to Wild Dinosaur or Nu Pantz on Spotify. Those streams also, we do make money on the streams. It's, if you're, you know, aware of the conversation, it is not a lot of money at all. I've had I've had music up there for about 4 or 5 years, and I've made about $40-50 off of it. So yeah, make a little YouTube or Spotify playlist, and just, you know, throw Wild Dinosaur on repeat overnight or something like that. It's super helpful. Those are things that help us financially support ourselves here. Is lots and lots of views, both YouTube or Spotify. Or there was a cat that just popped up behind me. Sorry, I just noticed that. Yeah, there's a couple animals in this room right now. So yeah, all the plays on all the social medias and social networks and whatnot. Look at me, sounding like an old man. All social networks and hoo-ha. Yeah, play all that stuff and buy some merch. Buy some merch. It's really good stuff. It's really good stuff. You got birthdays, quinceañeras, anything like that. Buy some merch. Anyways, okay. What's this movie? What's this movie that I want to talk about today? Well, if you've seen the thumbnail, the movie poster, one of the movie posters is in the thumbnail. It is called Sisu. Now, what is Sisu? Sisu is a movie that I woke up today and I was looking over YouTube stats and whatnot, and I got a thumbnail recommended to me. New movie trailer. It came out a day ago. Now I'm gonna read this little synopsis here that we have on IMDb. Now I do want to preface this by saying this is this movie is from the same studio behind John Wick. So that's where we're starting from here, is the studios that brought you John Wick. All right. So I think you can assess the type of movie this might be. However, there's a much different feel than John Wick because it takes place in 1944 in Finland during the Nazis' retreat north through Finland. So here's what the synopsis says here on IMDb. During the last desperate days of World War II, a solitary prospector crosses paths with Nazis on a scorched earth retreat in northern Finland. When the Nazis steal his gold, they quickly discover that they have just tangled with no ordinary miner. While there is no direct translation for the Finnish word Sisu, this legendary ex-commando will embody what Sisu means, a white-knuckled form of courage and unimaginable determination in the face of overwhelming odds. And no matter what the Nazis throw at him, the one-man death squad will go to outrageous lengths to get his gold back, even if it means killing every last Nazi in his path. Lionsgate presents, in association with Stage 6 Films, a Sub-Zero film entertainment production in association with Good Chaos. Alright. That synopsis already sounds pretty freaking badass. Yeah, so that's the story. There's this guy who's a miner. He's out in the middle of nowhere in Finland, in the wilderness of Finland, and finds a bunch of gold and runs afoul of some Nazis. And basically, this movie is just an action-packed Nazi destruction movie. That's all it is. But if you've seen this trailer, which you should go watch this trailer. If you're curious about this, wait till the episode's over and go watch it. It's about 2.5 minutes, something like that. 2:40, somewhere around those lines. Looks really awesome. There's a scene in the trailer that just was really... Well, there's a couple scenes in the trailer that are really awesome to me. But one was, it's a slow-mo shot, but it's not the type of slow-mo shot you see in a typical American action movie. You see a Nazi soldier. What's going on? Is there an animal squealing? I think someone's having a bad dream over there. I thought the phone was about to start ringing or something. Yeah, it's not the typical American action sequence. I mean, this isn't an action sequence. It's just like a shot, basically. And it's a German soldier, and he's like running into this mist, into this fog. It looks maybe just like a bunch of smoke or something. And you see a thing, like a little round thing, come flying at him, and it's a landmine, and it like taps him on the head, and then he just explodes. It just explodes into a puff of shards of clothing and blood and guts, and it is spectacular. It is a red band trailer, so be prepared for blood and guts. It's not like a gore fest so much. The trailer doesn't look like a gore fest, but it is brutal. It is brutal. I think one of the thumbnails actually was one of the really cool scene where he sticks a knife through a dude's head, and that shot was with the knife through the dude's head. It was one of the thumbnails I had seen for the trailer, which is like, okay, let's go. That might have been the first one I watched this morning, was that thumbnail. But man, what a great premise. It's like you start off with like, okay, you put the thought of John Wick in there, and then you say no, it's not like an assassin revenge story so much. It's this like gold miner in the middle of nowhere in 1944 versus Nazis. That's all this movie is. Just one. It looks like a Western kind of, to a degree, a brutal Western. There was, I don't know if there's any recognizable American actors in this. I don't think so. What is the lead guy's name is Jorma Tamila. Huh. Okay. Well, I haven't seen him in anything. I keep forgetting to check my internet connection's good. It's really windy where I'm at. We're supposed to be getting a storm this weekend, so like a big one. There's actually, this is the first time I've in my life I remember hearing this. Maybe there is a straight up blizzard warning in Los Angeles and Ventura counties. Which it's not unheard of to have snow. I don't think it's gonna snow here, but I think the snowfall is gonna be lower than normal from in the mountainous areas. But my dad grew up in Ventura, and I have pictures of my dad in 1950. I think it was. He was 3 years old, and he's just standing out front of his house in Ventura, which, if you're not familiar with California, Ventura is like coastal. It is a beach town. My dad grew up there, and pictures of him out in his little snowsuit in a couple inches of snow because it snowed in Ventura, California, Southern California. This is Southern California, and it snowed in 1950. So we might be about due. Quick aside, I know we're talking about the Sisu movie. I grew up in Southern California, and I didn't really experience a lot of weather patterns growing up. It was sunny most of the time, overcast sometimes, and then certain months of the year it rained a little bit. I was growing up in Southern California. It is now a little bit more. We get a little bit more seasons, like most people get summer and late summer and fall. We get fire season. So lots of houses and buildings burning down. That just is a normal thing in California these days. I do remember fires when I was a kid, though. I remember looking at the Malibu hills and seeing some big fires going on then. They're just way more frequent than they used to be. Way more frequent. I think I had a point to that because I was going on some side tangent, but whatever. That's I know it was about growing up in Southern California and not having weather patterns. And then I moved to a town called Chico in Northern California for my college years, and it hailed one day. It was my first year living in Chico, and I was living in the dorms, and it started hailing. And I ran out to the parking lot like, what is this? And I just got like smacked in the forehead with like big pelts of ice balls. It was great. People were like, "What are you doing, you idiot?" I'm like, I've never seen this before, guys. I'd seen hail like once or twice, but and I not that I like have never done anything with my life. I went to the snow when I was younger. I've never done anything. That might be true actually, but I have gone places, at least in California, and some other places. I don't know. This wasn't an episode about my backstory or biography. If you guys want that sometime, I can do it, but I don't know. Let's see. Anything else I wanted to talk about this movie? Yeah, here's a revamp of the synopsis. This is from Wikipedia. Or I guess this is the first like paragraph or two on their Wikipedia page. Sisu, working title Immortal, is a 2022 Finnish historical action film written and directed by Jalmari Helander. That's a badass name. The film takes place in Finnish Lapland during World War II, where a gold digger played by Jorma Tamila goes to take the gold he finds to town and has to escape from the Nazi patrol led by a brutal SS officer. Other roles in the film including Sony Pictures Worldwide Acquisitions acquired international distribution rights to the film, and Lionsgate acquired the rights in North America. The film debuted at the Midnight Madness section of the Toronto International Film Festival in September 2022. So not that long ago. It's just now getting its wide release. Let's see if this premise says anything different than what we know. Deep in the wilderness of Lapland, Atami Korpi, sorry if I mispronounced the name of the character, is looking for gold during the Lapland War. From time to time, the overflight of bombers and the distant sounds of war can be heard on the autumn nights. Finally, the hard work is rewarded, and the gold dust in the pan grows into gold nuggets. Atami leaves to take his gold treasure to the nearest town, where a 30-strong Nazi extermination squad is led by SS Ostromfuhrer Bruno Heldorf. Wow, what a name. What a name. Turns against Atami. A breathtaking and gold-hungry chase begins through the destroyed and mined wilderness of Lapland, with Atami having to wage his one-man war against this superior enemy. So yeah, I think you get a little bit more idea of he's bringing his gold into town and has this run-in with these Nazis. Man, I can't wait. There was not a release date for in North America. The trailer just said coming soon, so unfortunately I don't have a release date for y'all. But it did air at the Toronto International Film Festival. And it came out January 27th, 2023 in Finland. So it's already out in Finland. And it is in Finnish and English. But again, the name of the film is Sisu, S-I-S-U. It looks awesome. I highly suggest at least watching the trailer for it, because, look, we live in a weird time, and I never thought we would need reinforcement on media about the destruction of Nazis. This is Nazi brutality porn is what this movie is, and I, for one, am here for it. I'm not. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is, and I'm down. I'm down for this. I'm down for it. Sisu, Yeah. If I hear any news about when this comes out in North America, I'll try to keep you guys posted on it. But let me know, have you guys heard of this already? You seen the trailer? What'd you think about it? Well, that's it. That's my show. That's my show today. That's all I got. That's all she wrote. She was Angela Lansbury was definitely the murderer in Murder, She Wrote. Just saying it. Popular theory confirmed by Jon Does. Angela Lansbury committed all of the crimes in every episode. All of them. And then wrote about it. Because that's the kind of sick psychopath that character was. Angela Lansbury, everybody. What was her name? I don't care. Yeah. What do I got here? Okay, that's what people are thinking. Gotcha. All right. Well, you look, I'm not gonna mess around too much here today. I will be back on. Today's Wednesday. I will be back on Friday with the end of the week episode, and then don't forget, I'm not doing Monday episodes right now. So I'll be back on Wednesday, next Wednesday, the March 1st. Which will be the big episode of... I've had a couple of big episodes. It's been kind of busy for Jon Does lately. But I will be back on Wednesday with we're doing the release of the Nu Pantz 2 record. And so Wednesday will be the listening party. And like I said earlier, there's going to be a couple of those surprises I have during that whole... Why am I doing this? Why am I just twirling my finger? I don't know. I'm some evil villain or some sort. I will have some other surprises. I did announce one of those surprises, which was also a surprise to me because I did not know I was going to be knocking this out over the weekend. I have a music video for one of the songs, so that will be up and ready to go. So when we get to that song in the listening party, instead of listening to it, we'll watch the video together. So, and then it'll be uploaded to the Wild Dinosaur channel because Wild Dinosaur produces most of the Nu Pantz stuff. I've produced all of the video content at least, and one half of the music, maybe a little more. I don't know. Pat would disagree, but we still get split 50-50. That's what it is. That's Nu Pantz. That's Nu Pantz. Soon to be old pants. Ripped pants. All right, guys. Before I go, don't forget to check... I'll pull this up one more time. Don't forget to check out wilddinosaur.com. It's the best place to support the channel. I've got some a good merch store there with some great products and some cool designs. I'm going to be updating the website this year. I'm going to be doing it soon. There's going to be some new updates soon, and then I am working on some new designs to put up, hopefully stuff that you guys find a little bit more let's say, is commercial the right word? I don't think some of my art, I obviously love I love my art, but I don't think after looking at some of it on t-shirts, I'm like, some of this is like specific kind of demographic, I guess, would be into some of that art. I'm gonna be putting out some designs I think that are a little bit more I don't want to say catered to more people because I'm not catering to anybody. I'm just making new art that's maybe not so dark or morbid or vintagey science fiction, if you will. I mean, there's probably always going to be an element of science fiction or fantasy or some sort of whimsical thing in my art. But anyways, there's going to be some website updates coming soon, and then we'll have more stuff coming out throughout the year. So yeah, check out wilddinosaur.com. It really is the best place to support the channel. And then, this is something I always forget. Go follow me on Instagram. I put up a lot of stuff there. I utilize the stories regularly. So if you want to keep up with what Wild Dinosaur is doing, or just the silly, goofy times I'm having, Instagram's a good place to do that. And the final thing that I like to do, I should make a graphic for this too, is donate to Planned Parenthood. There's a link in the description. I think Planned Parenthood is super awesome. They do a lot of great stuff, and I'm a big supporter of what they do, considering the healthcare available in the United States. So consider donating to Planned Parenthood, because that's something I think that's really, really important. And hit up wilddinosaur.com. All right, guys. Anyways, I will be back on Friday. I don't know if Pat will be here. He might be. But yeah, I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited for putting out Nu Pantz stuff. So, join us on Friday and next Wednesday, for our big episode of live streaming our new record and music video. All right. I will see you then. Peace out.